what drove you to go from just a dancer to start your own crew?
This kind of goes back with me being a director in another team, and it just started coming to a point where anytime, well, not anytime and every time, but majority of the times that it came time to do a decision, I always felt like my ideas or what is it that I want to do was kind of a complete opposite of what they want to do and what they want to do with the team and the styles and how they wanted to do things. And I mean, obviously there's nothing wrong with that, but I just felt like I had so much to try and bring onto the stage. You know, there's so much I want to do. Like I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. Like I was super motivated. I was just ready to I have it in my head. All I need to do is just get the bodies and put it down and make it, and then we're good to go, right? So I guess I feel like that would be the biggest one. You know, I felt like just the people that I was with, they had a different image and a different path they wanted to take, and that's cool. I mean, I'm still cool with all of them today. You know, big shout out to them. But I would say this, man, starting a team is not freaking easy. That shit was hard as hell. That shit was so hard. It is still hard to this day. Everybody listening that's been on grids, yo, whoo, man, it is. But I mean, I've had a lot of help, obviously from like you. That's number one right there.
Yeah.
No, making the team's definitely hard. Definitely. So I have a lot of respect for obviously, you know, once again, you, because you made a team and you made a team huge. Like people know fan biz. You know, I technically knew the team before I knew you, and I didn't even know that you made fan biz when I met you.
Dude, that was when you say things like that in my head, I'm like, that's so fucking weird. Because it's like when I made Fanbiz, it's like I went through so many years. Originally, it had a different name when I was starting it before we rebanded, but it was so many years of like who are you guys? So in my like I'm still like blown away when when people say, oh, you founded Fanbiz, or like you, I'm like,
hell yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what? I had I had one instant like that, and I was super happy about it. I was like, what did that actually happen? I remember one time, I don't know, I don't even remember where it was, and I was so happy about it, but I forgot it. But I was somewhere, and then someone was like, oh, you're Diego, right? And I'm like, whoa, how do you know me? It's like director of Goods and Gravy. I'm like, whoa, okay, this is getting weird now. Like, how do you know? And I guess one of their friends followed Grits and Gravy, and they came to a class before, and then they followed Grits and Gravy, and I was like, that's pretty cool. But it was also very creepy in a way of that you knew me and you knew that I was a director of a team that not a lot of people even know that
you live on this street, right? Yo, that's good. I'm gonna say like you know it just with the consistency you get, because you guys in the I think the check-in we said, like I was like, it takes the advice I always told myself when I was doing families was like, first 3 years of any business is always the hardest. So, but that's all.
3 years
That's to keep
done.
it consistent. What I didn't know is like it took about like another 4 years for us to become even close to a name. So, because like the 3 years for me was like who can be consistent, where can we perform, because when I was younger there weren't that many dance events. We were doing a lot of parties and all that stuff to get to just for us to be together. We're doing, have you heard of Sharp International?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did some of those competitions just so we had something to perform for, because
Right.
yeah, and then after that it just developing, assembling a solid team to help me run the team helped out a lot. So I'm gonna say like if it, as long as you being consistent as you are, I have no doubt you're gonna be a regular name.
Oof. One day.
Yeah,
One day. One day. There's an Uber lady that I have to shout out whenever I make it on TV, because she said I was having a terrible day. I didn't get into an audition, and then I told her about what happened. She's like, one day you're gonna make it, baby girl. One day you're gonna make it. I was like, I'm gonna give you a shout
ooh,
out, but I forgot her name. So
oh,
so it's okay. I was gonna say some shit about starting the team, because this is something that I didn't. I mean, no one taught me this. No one taught me this. So I'm. If anybody out there is trying to make a team, I'll tell you this right now. Nobody is as committed to your image than you. I will tell you that right now. No one is as committed to
Mm-hmm.
your image than you. And like that's just straight up. People can say that they're in this and they see it and all that stuff, but in the end, you know, no one is as committed to it as you. Because in reality, like this, at the end of the day, like I make grits and gravy, and if I ever decide to quit, that means I gave up on this, right? No, if I decided to quit on grits and gravy, no one's gonna come in and be like, wait, let me take over, right? You know, like
Yet.
it's yeah, oh, that's I mean that's true. That's fair. That's fair to say. That's fair to say. But that's different. That's different in the sense where you took them to a certain point where you know you kind of you decided to leave and they were fine, right? But what I'm saying is like if grits and gravy didn't work, if grits and
Mm.
gravy didn't work, and I had nobody else, and then I was like I'm gonna just stop grits and gravy. No one person's gonna come and be like wait, let me because this is my image, this is my dream, right?
Yeah.
And so as much as I had a lot of people's support, you know, no one's going to put as much work as you are in your image.
Yeah.
And don't hate your friends if they ain't in it 100% like you. I'll tell you that right now. Don't
Yeah.
hate your friends for that.
It's true because it's like it's your baby, not theirs. So
Yeah.
why should they be committed to a dream that's not their own? You know, like that's something definitely like I dealt with and I shared with in the first temper tantrum rehearsal was that like I even I hesitated this whole assembling this whole thing, excuse me, because I was afraid of flakes. Like the early years of fanbase, like I would wait 2 hours sometimes and no one would show up, and then that was like that's kind of like the thing I was anticipating when I first invited people. Like I invited a fuck ton of people. I was expecting like five to show up, or even two, but then I didn't expect everyone to actually show up, or like a good like 80% to show up. I'm like, oh, maybe I invited way too many people. So it's like, yeah, but it's I definitely agree. No one's ever gonna be pot committed as the head, so to speak.
Mhm.
So